What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the motherfucking building. This time, honey, I am back to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 4 and the reunion part 3. Like I stated before, they did not need 3 parts of this fucking reunion. Complete waste of time, complete waste of our time. I want to get through this, you guys, as fast as possible because it was boring. The whole motherfucking thing pretty much consisted of Michael lying and telling people what really happened in his delusional ass mind. Everybody is telling his ass they have seen him on number of occasions touching men's asses. Like, just fucking admit to it and fucking be done with it. Like, he gets on my fucking nerves. Anyways, they start out talking about who's the freakiest in the group. Everybody agrees that Ashley is. Ashley is not, I don't know. There's nothing, I don't know. Ashley is not a bad looking woman, but she's not sexy. Like, I don't think she's freaky like that. I mean, I guess you are, though, a freak if you allow your goddamn man to touch men's asses and you ain't got no issue with it, I guess, honey. They got to talking about Chris and, how much he looked like his mother, and Monique has put a wig on him during sex, and they say that they role play. I thought that was really funny. So Andy, his nasty ass, talk about Robin and Juan's sex life, and they brought up the whole Katie comment. Juan, would you ever have a threesome with Katie? And Juan was like, no, I wouldn't do that with Katie. And they was like, oh, well, who would you do that with? And he was like, I don't know, you just got to keep it spicy. I know that's right, Juan. You is looking good, honey, with your mustache and your beard. You just move a little too slow for me, Juan, okay? Robin has never-ending patience, honey, with you, but I couldn't do it. You fine and all, Juan, but I couldn't do it, honey. Andy asked Juan, when would he and Robin get married again if they are to ever get married? Because Andy said that Robin says she sees you guys maybe tying a knot in a year and a half, and Juan is just like, yeah, that may happen. And Juan, damn well that shit ain't gonna happen. That shit gonna happen when you want it to happen, Juan. We know you in charge of that relationship. But real talk, I think that Robin and Juan's relationship is a lot better on the show because they don't have those financial pressures and burdens that they had when they first got on the show, which just really messed up their relationship. Anytime you add finances into a relationship and, a lot of debt and, it's just going to be a lot of drama. So I like you guys, even though their relationship is some shit I don't understand, but I like that they are in a better place. I really do. And I like that they have come up. Like, he's doing good in his career. She's doing good, in her career, flipping the houses. So it all works. Okay, so they talk about Karen and Ray moving back into Potomac. Y'all know Karen is my girl, but I felt like she was lying. Because she began saying, well, if Ray wants to move back to Potomac to be closer to his office, then, who am I to stop him? And that's my man, and I get all of that. But I just feel like Karen is always in charge when they pick up and move. I really do. I feel like the money is probably better now that he's out of the tax situation. That's probably more or less why they are moving. But Karen ain't gonna tell these girls that. Do I blame her? No, because ain't nobody really on her friend, really, but Candace. Candace is the only one, in my opinion, that truly cares about Karen. Robin flip-flops. Giselle, we know she don't give a fuck. Monique is a professional flip-flopper as well, depending on who she's with. So Giselle had her nose all up in the air, looking all suspicious, like, oh, I don't believe what Karen is saying, but Giselle, it's not your fucking business. Mind your own business. Get you a man, bitch. Work it out with that ex-husband, and just pray that he don't cheat on your ass a million times over the way he did before. Okay, so now, honey, it is time to talk about Michael's butt grab, and everybody got an opinion on it. So they basically just play back what happened in the season, everybody discussing it, everybody thinking that he did it. I believe he did that shit. Michael, you have too much of a goddamn history of grabbing men's asses. You know you did it. I would have had more respect for you if you would have just said, I was being playful, but I apologize, for violating someone. But you didn't do that. You just kept trying to skate around the whole fucking issue, making everybody, he was gaslighting like a motherfucker, you guys, like making people question their reality and what they saw. I just couldn't after a while. Michael, his delusional ass begins blaming the cast, blaming the women. The way you all went around talking about the butt grab was just disgusting. It was embarrassing. But you're not embarrassed about your goddamn behavior? You sitting up there looking like a goddamn plantation owner, Michael. You ain't shit. Take responsibility for your motherfucking actions. Your old ass. He crazy. He gets on my nerves. He really does. You're too fucking old, Michael, to not take any responsibility for your goddamn actions. He didn't look sorry, you guys. He didn't really try to plead his case with Ashley. Why am I apologizing to her? I didn't do nothing to her. I didn't do anything at all. And it's a combination of a lot of different things, you guys, as to why he is acting like that. Andy brought up several times, is this just your culture? Y'all know he's from Australia or whatever. I don't give a fuck if it's a part of your culture or not. The shit is inappropriate once you do that shit within the States. It's just... period. And Michael, what you consider a good time, everybody else may not feel that way. So you need to consider that. But you delusional as fuck. You didn't take no responsibility. And it's a shame, honey. Andy, you shut your motherfucking ass up, okay? You about to put your foot in your goddamn mouth talking about, well, you all need to let him speak, and you all have been doing a lot of talking about him. Y'all know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Married to Medicine, where everybody was calling Lisa's husband gay, because they have seen or heard a collective amount of patterns and behaviors from out of her husband. And once you do things within your behavior, people have the right to question that. And for Andy to try to stick up for Michael, well, you guys need to let him talk. He don't need to talk. He ain't gonna do shit but lie. Shit. Karen kept letting Michael know, Michael, I believe my eyes. I believe what I have seen. Because Michael kept coming at her with, Karen, you should be ashamed of yourself, all the things you were saying about me. Michael, shut the fuck up. You keep giving people a reason to talk about your ass. So take some responsibility. So Michael is stating that the cameraman that supposedly said, grabbed his ass, said that it wasn't a charge. It was claim, complaint. Michael, stop trying to get out of shit. So he claims that the claim had no merit to it. It got thrown out. That does not mean, I've dealt with court cases, you guys, we all have to some degree, and that does not mean that you are innocent just because something is thrown out, period. So Andy calls Michael out on what we all heard on camera, which is one of the cameramen telling Michael, hey, don't do that. Michael claims he just bumped into the guy. Michael claims that was the weirdest thing that somebody could say to him. That motherfucker told you don't do that because you was probably trying to grab his ass, okay? You was doing something inappropriate. That don't make no motherfucking sense for somebody to tell you don't do that. You had to have been doing something, Michael. You think we a goddamn fool? I love how Candace's husband, Chris, was letting motherfucking Michael have it. He was like, I believe you did it. I do believe you did that shit. So, Chris, Candace's husband, said that he was talking, I guess, with Michael. And one of the cameramen, I guess, was in between them. And that was the same guy that alleged that Michael grabbed his ass. Chris said he didn't actually see Michael get his ass grabbed. But at the same time, that man, when he walked away from them, he whipped his head around and looked at Michael like he was crazy. Chris did see that. And I think from that point on, Chris was just like, you had to have did that because why would he look at you like that? And Chris kept saying I was questioning about the situation. I was right there. I didn't see anything, but I did see the guy's reaction. And everybody just pretty much believes that Michael would do that because of all his past behavior. They talk about season 1, how Michael was grabbing Andrew's ass and they all was looking. Michael kept trying to argue with Giselle, telling her that she wasn't really around and she don't know what she saw. He kept trying to accuse Robin of being drunk. Robin, you were drunk that night. How you gonna even speak on that? And get the fuck up out of here with that bullshit. At the end of the day, you guys, Michael is acting like this because, and I hate to make this a racial thing, but it is what it is. He is an older, affluent white man with money, and this is what some of them do. This is not what all of them do, but this is what some of them do. They got all this money. They could do the weirdest, most disrespectful, the most heinous of things and get away with it. We've seen this on all types of levels, and now we're seeing it on a reality TV level. That man did that, and I bet you he paid his way up out of this situation. They probably settled out of court. Okay? Ashley, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody trying to extort no damn money from this goddamn situation. Ain't nobody trying to get nothing from motherfucking Michael. People are calling his ass out for his whack ass inappropriate behavior. And Ashley is another victim playing bitch, so she doesn't get it, Girl, bye. They asked Juan what he thought of the situation. Juan was like, I don't want nothing to do with this shit. And matter of fact, honey, they had a point where Juan was like, hey guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I know that's right, Juan. I wouldn't want nothing to do with this motherfucking situation either. It's messy as fuck. And I'm sick of people letting Michael get away with shit. I'm just really sick of it. Andy ends up talking to Michael about, your sexuality has been called into question. And here go Michael deflecting again, trying to bring Andy into it. Well, what does my sexuality have to do with it? And, you don't mind people questioning your sexuality, Andy. And, shut the fuck up. The question is for you, sir, not for you to just try to get another motherfucker to answer it the way you want them to answer it. Michael is full of shit. I love when Chris told him, Michael, why do you have all the credibility and nobody else does? So we're all sitting up here lying, making shit up to make you look bad. There's all this stories of what happened in the past. Y'all remember their producers told the ladies that Michael was grabbing on some other cameramen before. He did this shit before. You got all these stories out on this man. He's still sitting up here lying. And I love how Chris had his motherfucking foot on his neck the whole reunion, questioning his ass. Because everybody else was kind of quiet. Monique's husband was trying to stay out of it. I wish the men, more than Chris, would have held his ass accountable. I really did. I really wish they would have did that. What kind of irritated me, you guys, is when they all got to trying to hold Michael accountable. At this point in the game, y'all should have dropped this shit. This man is not going to hold himself accountable. He's not sorry for what he did to his wife. Because Giselle and Candace tried to come in with that. Well, you put her through all these headlines and, you should be apologizing. Well, I did nothing to her. And you guys, if Ashley don't feel like he did nothing to her, then that's what it is. I wouldn't try to help that bitch either. She's sitting up here looking like a goddamn fool trying to take up for him. I was just done with it. At the end of the day, you can't care more about somebody else's situation than they do. That's the bottom line. It doesn't matter who it is. So Ray called out Michael, and I'm so glad he did. Ray called out Michael for some shit that Michael has said on camera to, what the fuck is Juan? Juan and Michael was on camera, and I think this is when Michael and Ray had some issues, and they had been into it, and then Michael was just like, well, yeah, I'm gonna try to pull Ray to the side. He said, well, he tapped me, and he was like, I wanted to grab his butt. There your ass go again. Big ass smile on your motherfucking face. As soon as you said that. Matter of fact, this is gonna be my damn Yeah, this would be my damn thumbnail for this episode. I'm going to show that part where he said he would grab his ass. See, this is already premeditated, Michael, in your head for you to even be talking like that. But you go say that the charges that was brought against you were premeditated by people just out to get your money, out to get clout. Shut the fuck up. Yep, like I said before, Ray called Michael out and has said that he has seen him grab an ass. See, at this point in the game, Ray and Chris, Monique's husband, not Monique's husband, Candace's husband. It's too many motherfuckers on this show with the same name. Anyways, both of them guys, they called him out on their shit. And I think I said only Chris did, but no, Ray was calling Michael's ass to the carpet too, and Michael was looking all stupid because he knows it's right. Ray said, I seen you grab an ass before. This is something that you do. Just admit to it. Ray even brought up the fact that Michael may have grabbed Andy's ass. Andy is smiling and laughing. Y'all know Andy love shit like this, honey. So Chris, Monique's husband, Juan, and Michael, they end up going to the bar. Why do y'all want to be bothered with this fool? Ain't y'all afraid he gonna grab y'all ass? Especially you, Juan. You really need to stay away from him. You just asking to be touched, honey. So Andy pretty much wraps up the whole Michael situation and asks the ladies how do they feel about, everything that has come out about Michael and his response to it. Karen says that, Michael was not proven to be innocent or guilty. But Karen, I think deep down inside the motherfucker did it. Her and Ashley end up getting into it. Ashley deflects and tries to bring up Karen cheating on her husband with blue eyes. She did exactly what her raggedy ass husband did, which is bring other people into the situation. That way they could get up off of her husband and deflect in another direction. Bitch, I got your number. I see what you're doing. Robin, you irritated me when you got to saying, well, I wish I would have stayed out of Michael and Ashley's situation. I don't like it, you guys, when you guys apologize for not doing anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You saw what you saw. Okay? And Robin, you didn't come talking about it out the side of your ass. You was asked about it by Giselle. She's the one that gaslighted the whole situation, and that's that. But you guys should not feel bad about... Especially you, Robin, you shouldn't feel bad about what you saw. This idiot keeps doing the same shit over and over again, and it was bound to happen, We have this part where Monique and Candace, they end up hugging it out, and, they both feel bad about falling out with each other. Another part where I'm just like, why the fuck do you even feel bad, Candace? Monique does not want to be your friend. Monique has shown you that she can't be a friend to you. She'd rather fit in with the rest of the women, especially Ashley. And I wouldn't have hugged that bitch. Candace, you need to quit with all that crying. I love my girl Candace, but don't come back next season doing all that crying. I'm excited for Charisse to come back. A lot of people feel that Charisse is boring, but I feel like Charisse will call motherfuckers out on their shit. Giselle admitted to being shady, with the whole Michael and Ashley situation. Again, another motherfucker apologizing. Don't apologize for what you saw. Yes, she was cracking jokes, Giselle. Yes, you could have been more of a friend, but I don't even want an apology, you guys, from Giselle. I just want changed behavior, and the bitch will never change. Karen and Ashley say that they want to try to get back in a better place, go back to the bath salts and, how they bonded at the little event. I don't know what the fuck they was doing with the bath salts, y'all. Y'all know they got together on one of these little episodes and bonded over that. So, two more bitches that don't see it for each other. I don't like all this kumbaya shit. Only if you really have genuine intent on really being friends with the person. But none of these bitches will ever get along like that. The only two people that are really friends is Giselle and Robin on this cast. Everybody else, and Karen and Candace. I see something with them. Everybody else is all over the place. Andy hands the ladies some beignets, just like the ones they had in New Orleans when they went, and he closed out the season. This season was pretty good, you guys. They better bring Candace back. Monique can be at this point a friend to the show if she don't get her storyline together. Giselle will have a man next season, her ex-husband. Hopefully we see how their relationship is going to play out. I hope you guys enjoyed the season and this review. I'm so happy it's done. I'm so sick of these hoes. And don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.